Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell. Get all the updates. You'd think I'd have it down by now. So this is Fidens Sobchak. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it and missing the reference. It is 9.2% ABV. It is a coffee stout, and it is about 3 weeks old at time of review. Right? Yeah. Proper glassware so you know it's going to taste better. So I think this is the first stout I've had from them that was in a can. I think I've had, this is my fourth stout from them, I think. Yeah, I think it's the fourth one I've had, and the other three were in bottles. Just a fun fact. Just fun. We have fun here. All right, so yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn black. Dark. There's some brown fighting its way through, so it's not pure motor oil, but it's getting pretty close. Not a ton of head. It's I'd say actually almost exactly mocha colored, but yeah, not much. Lacing goes away relatively quickly. Some nice legs given the ABV. That's not surprising. Let's get into that aroma. You know, it's interesting. When I poured it, I could smell some of it. I got a big nuttiness, almost like peanut butter, and I do get some coffee. Don't get me wrong, and some roasty stoutiness, but there is also unmistakably a nice nutty element. There's some sweetness with that coffee, so it's not like the most bitter roasty stout ever. Like, don't misunderstand me. Nice layer of like a sweeter chocolate. A little bit of like blueberry specifically too. But yeah, definitely this nice sweet, I don't know, like almost like a caramel swirl in a coffee kind of a thing. Smells really good. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. That's nice. That's really nice. Like the aroma, the coffee's not dominant, but the coffee works well with what I assume the base beer tastes like. It's bringing, right now I kind of want to say a subtle roastiness to a relatively sweet stout. Bordering on pretty darn sweet, but it's not like full-on pastry stout either. So you got a sweeter stout, and I don't know without the coffee how much roast comes through in the base, but that coffee is adding a subtle roastiness to the beer. The chocolate, it's very much like an Oreo cookie. Like if you don't have the creamy frosting, it just like have the cookie part. It's kind of like that kind of a chocolate vibe. So in many ways, the taste follows what I was getting in the aroma. Definitely not, for me anyway, not overly sweet. Again, I wouldn't even quite say this is full on like pastry stout or anything, but it's in that direction more than like a super roasty, ashy stout. Like if those were your two, ends, it's closer towards pastry. And that caramel swirl. Some chocolate, Hershey's chocolate syrup. Yeah. And again, it doesn't have vanilla in it, but I shouldn't say again, I thought it, but I don't think I vocalized in the aroma. Almost kind of like a vanilla vibe. But it's like, yeah, it's caramel though. It's interesting. I don't typically think caramel and vanilla together as like similar flavors, but because they're not. But in this, it is kind of making me go back and forth. Like, which thing is it? That's kind of cool and different and interesting. This is really tasty. Like, this is just a really tasty beer. Also, I gotta make sure I say that. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't stop recording before I came up with that chocolate, the Hershey chocolate syrup, because that really is part of the chocolate experience in this beer. If I was with this beer blind, I would either say coffee or it's got some nice roast to it. But I would have thought if there was an adjunct, it would have been something chocolate related. Um, yeah, it's really good. I think I'm repeating myself, so that's how I know it's time to wrap things up. Have you had this beer before? Have you had a nice coffee style lately you want to tell me about? Have you ever thought caramel and vanilla were like close flavors? I don't know. Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.